A family member of one of the Esidimeni victims has given a personal account of how patients were subjected to hunger and thirst at one of the NGOs.
So the mentally ill patients were transferred to the NGOs in Gauteng. Sandra de Villiers was one of the first family members to testify at the arbitration into the cause of the deaths of more than 100 patients. Let's take a look.
It felt as if a piece of my life was taken or ripped away from me.
De Villiers recalls the day she heard her brother had died. 52-year-old Jaco Stolz died 5 months after he and 70 other patients were moved from the Cullinan Care and Rehabilitation Center to make way for Life Esidimeni patients. He was moved into the care of Siabadinga, an unlicensed NGO. De Villiers described how she witnessed Jaco's condition deteriorate.
When my brother was there, I went to visit and took food with, and he was very hungry. My brother was so hungry, almost ate the serviette that went with the food. He was also very thirsty. I gave him 500 ml of cold drinks and eventually drank a whole 2 liters of cold drink.
De Villiers described how she found patients walking around naked in deep winter. Abuse.
I took him to a private doctor on the 19th of September. When he arrived, he looked very bad. He cried out to me and it broke my heart. He told me, "Sandra, I don't feel well. I don't want to come back here. They hit me."
She recalled her brother's last days alive.
When the doctor saw Jaco, he was shocked and he told me this child is severely dehydrated. And I could see that his mouth was very dry.
De Villiers says someone must be held accountable.
I feel angry and I can't do anything. And I know that nothing will bring him back. And I'm disappointed in the Department of Health. Not even an animal would be treated like this.
141 patients died after being moved to unlawful NGOs. A former Life Esidimeni manager testified how they tried to stop the transfers.
We were reminded that these were the patients of the Department of Health, not ours. We are a service provider contracted, and our contract has come to an end.
Mkacha also described how some NGOs came to fetch patients in open bakkies.
When I got the call, I told the hospital manager, "Turn that damn thing out of our facilities." These are people.
The first real insight into the family's pain, desperate for answers on how some of the country's most vulnerable could be subjected to such neglect. A more comprehensive picture will emerge as families take the stand. SABC News, Johannesburg.